I think it was.
But I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. Do you really wanna be famous? Do you really wanna be a superstar? Do you really wanna get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are? Bitches out here be shameless. And I really wonder where their parents are. Look around, everything changes. It feels like I've been buried alive. Let it breathe.
I think I'm done with Streamlabs at this point. I thought everything was finally up and running. I fixed a whole bunch of things, but for some strange fucking reason, the audio doesn't work, but I digress. Welcome to the original house, the only house you want to go to for Las Vegas Raiders news, updates, live streams, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Let's do a quick roll call before we go any further into this. You got Raider for Life, Robert Pena, Thor, Richard Lyon, Sebastian, Raider Cortez, Circus Raider, Sinister. Think we're all good now. Yeah, it's working now because we're on fucking StreamYard. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I've been trying to fix this shit over and over and over again. And I'm at the point where I'm done with that shit. Whatever. Do we need Von Miller? No. And Von Miller, I don't know if you guys heard the report, but apparently the only way Donald retires from the NFL is if the Rams do not bring back OBJ and Von Miller. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want him, though. I would not want him. Hope everybody's doing well, though. Break them thumbs, hit them subs. Smash the bell for all your Raiders content. Beantown, what's good, bro? Much love to you. Fuck Streamlabs OBS is trash. Stick to the regular Mac OBS, or do I have to reach through the screen? And you're such a jackass. I would have to build that from the ground up as well. I wanted to do more of the interactive shit. You saw the chat was already on the screen and everything. Again, I looked at the video I did like a month ago, and everything was up. Everything was up and running, but it was laggy because of the processing speed. So I know I must have fucked something up here and there within the layers of that source, but it should not be acting up the way it is now with no sound. And I've constantly tried to adjust it, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. So it is what it is. Shout out to Bobby. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I know I said I was going to do a marathon at some point this week. I feel the best way to go about this, instead of doing a marathon, let's just run it up with the super chats, the memberships and everything this month. End of the month, majority of the proceeds are going to go to the LLS, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. That's the way we will bring the awareness throughout this month. I'll bring it up. And again, you guys want to donate through the super chat or join the membership, that'll be the way we'll raise the funds and do the donation. Again, shout out to Beantown. Much love, bro. Continued prayers with you right now through this shit. Fuck cancer. You got this, bro. There are fake accounts of Honcho and shit in the Raider press conference. It's always like that. You know how these assholes are, and you know who it probably is too. The king of fucking making fake accounts, Third and Throat. Fuck that bum ass motherfucker. You know exactly who we're talking about too. So yeah, I'm all over the place right now. But what I wanted to talk about, and we did this 2 weeks ago, the Raiders do have out now the mock draft tracker 4.0. This is an article on Raiders.com where a lot of the top analysts throughout the NFL, specifically the Raiders, are projecting us to pick in the first round, our 22nd overall pick. And at some point today, we will go into a mock draft simulator because I do have a lot of other things I want to talk about with you guys as long as I can be on. And tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You guys asked for it after the live that we did a couple of nights ago, and you guys are going to get this on a weekly basis. The Four Horsemen will be on live tonight. You have Andy, you have Docs, you have Waston, you have myself. Definitely do not miss that. It will be on my channel. Everything's already set up. We're ready to go for that. No, we're not using Streamlabs for that, so don't you worry. So, all right. So let's get into let's talk about this real quickly, and then we'll talk about some other things, whatever questions you guys have, whatever you guys want to talk about today. I do want to talk about potential cuts moving forward, whether it being before June 1st or after June 1st. And also I want to talk about a dark horse that I am very, very high on right now after watching some game film earlier today. Again, I barely slept. Little man has been giving me a run for my money. I didn't go to bed till about 6 o'clock this morning. So yeah, let's let's go into this real quickly first in regards to the mock draft tracker. I want to see your thoughts on this, and we'll keep it going. So, without any further ado, let's get into this. So right now you have Chris Trapasso from CBS Sports who has us picking Trent McDuffie, the corner out of Washington. This is a guy that I've been high on at the cornerback position. I've drafted him a couple of times as our first pick in the draft. He's got a high floor, man, and we need that the stability at corner right now. So I don't see where that's a bad pick. There is another corner that I'm very high on as well, and as we go into this, I will talk about him as well. You have Bucky Brooks from NFL.com who has us picking Jordan Davis, the D tackle out of Georgia. I know a lot of people, a lot of the Raider content creators specifically, have had Davis on their radar and have had him as a 22nd overall pick as well for us. He is a run stopper, but we need somebody that could also fucking knock out the quarterback and put his dick in the dirt. Having a guy as big as Davis will cause problems. It'll be more pass rush opportunities for Max and Yannick, but I don't think it's necessarily a sexy pick in regards to that being your first round pick. Mel Kiper now has us going with Nakobe Dean, the inside linebacker of Georgia, if he's available at 22. He's got great leadership skills. He's dominant off the ball. A lot of the things that we didn't see with specifically Corey Littleton. But he's a guy that likes to force turnovers. He's a tackling machine. He would definitely be a great addition for us. You have Ryan Wilson of CBS Sports, who is picking Andrew Booth Jr., the corner out of Clemson. That is the other corner that I've been very, very high on, watching his highlight tape. This dude is versatile as fuck. And there's a good chance he could actually even go higher than the 22nd overall, but he's definitely a pick that I really, really like at the cornerback position. Steve Palazzolo of Pro Football Focus, he's another guy that's high on Andrew Booth. We need the work in the secondary. Our secondary, we only had a total, and this is in our defense, we had 6 total interceptions last year. Had a couple where shit was in our hands and we just dropped it. We know you play defense for a reason, but that shit is just not an excuse anymore. Dre Harris from the Draft Network has us picking Kenyon Green, the O-lineman out of Texas A&M. We spoke about him a couple of weeks ago when we did the mock draft tracker 2.0. Again, I would not be surprised if we go the route of an offensive lineman. It depends on who's on the board realistically. Like we've talked about Linderbaum, we've talked about Penning. Now comes in Kenyon Green. He figures to be a top flight guard in the NFL, but I'm just, again, I don't know if we want to go that route. It just depends on who's on the board and who's going to definitely help us moving forward on that offensive line if we, in fact, decide to go that route. You have Zach Petrov from Sports Illustrated has us taking DeMarvin Leal, however you want to pronounce it, the D tackle out of Texas A&M. He's got an explosive get off out of his stance to drive as much as possible. His hands stay active. He has a spin move to the inside that is pretty effective, but he could be a good option. We've talked about with these mock drafts going the route of 2 defensive tackles, whether it be in the 2nd and 3rd round, maybe the 1st and 3rd. Viable option, not sure. You guys notice a position that we're missing right now that nobody seems to be intrigued for us to go for in the 1st round? Well, Josh Edwards from CBS Sports seems to think so. He's got Jameson Williams out of Alabama, the receiver. He can stretch defenses vertically when he's healthy. We got to see what he does in the combine this coming week. But there you go. There you guys go. There was the mock draft tracker 4.0. I'm going to take a look and try to catch up with you guys now because I just went through all that and I probably missed a whole lot. So I apologize for that. Naomi, what's up? AP12, what's good? Bourbon, what's good, brother? EC, what's up? He says he likes Elam and McDuffie. What did you all think of that? I didn't even see the press conference. I'm going to have to look back at it. However long it was, maybe we can play it back again for you guys to hear at least. Hammer, you see, we interviewed Justin Ross and Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave today. Well, those are guys that we've had on the board. Garrett Wilson, we've talked about heavily. I don't know why all of a sudden this one wants to turn up, but I'm just going to ignore him right now. I really think we need to go defense in the first round. Wan'Dale Robinson or Mechie if they're third round. If we have some of the pieces that we have already in regards to the defense, in regards to the defensive tackles that we would like to have, I would say Mechie, but also a sleeper that people don't seem to be talking about too much. There's actually two of them right now. David Bell out of Purdue, and also Christian Watson. Those are two guys I would definitely look at moving forward as well. I really want McDuffie. It sucks we can't get Sauce. Diego was good. So those are some of the guys I want. But Anthony, what's good? But like I said in the opener, there is a dark horse that I'm really, really liking right now. The last time I felt this way about a running back, I kind of gave it away, was Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has had his up and downs. His rookie season, he was phenomenal. He was definitely robbed of the offensive rookie of the year, which Kyler Murray got, which to me was a fucking joke within itself. But running back out of Iowa State, Breece Hall. Dude went on a streak of 24 straight games with at least one rushing touchdown, or with a rushing touchdown. 24 straight games with a rushing touchdown. That's just insane. He rushed for just under 4,000 yards. I think it was over 700 in receiving. He can do a lot, and he is a hybrid that he's a scat back slash bulldozer pretty much. Like, I'm looking at that tape over and over and over again in various games, and he's playing out of the Big 12, which I know people don't seem to feel that it's such a big conference when it comes to college football anymore, but some of these teams are pretty solid. I've said that I'd rather wait until next year on Bijan Robinson, which I would love to have Bijan Robinson. But from what I saw out of this kid, his fucking spin move is filthy too. But like, he breaks tackles like it's nothing. He had like 139 broken tackles last year. Like, this dude is a problem. So I'm definitely liking what I see out of him. Kenneth Walker, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Breece right now. That tape was just fucking ridiculous. I'm so hyped for tonight. The one and only Hammers.House, Andy Doc's Wasted Talent. It should be the 5 Horsemen and add Dirty Raider, but it's cool. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Guys, again, don't miss that tonight. It's going to be a really, really great live. But yeah, right now I'm definitely high on Breece. He's projected to be a second round pick, and that's where the problem lies. I love running backs who can catch. That's an extra receiver for. There you go, Josh. Let him know. McDaniels said he scouted and liked Jacobs coming out and is excited to work with him. Said they've talked, including about ball security, because Jacobs carries it loose at times. Yeah, he carries it like a loaf of bread. Seen that plenty of times. So I know I haven't done one of these in quite some time, but I'm going to do it right now. And I already kind of started it. I apologize for that. I will show you what I did. I did go the route of taking moving back to the second round. Hold on, let me put this up. Hey, I want to get out the hospital. I'm feeling better. I'm going to do a weekend charity stream for cancer research. You are more than welcome to get in on it. Absolutely, bro. And like I said, guys, whatever you guys send through the super chats this month, even if you want to send me a donation through Cash App, we're going to donate to the LLS, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, from my brother Beantown Breakdown, who's battling with this bullshit right now. Fuck cancer. You got this, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, my assistant, the best mediator, the queen of social media, whether she wants to admit that or not, but she's definitely helped me tremendously build this IG, and I think we're almost at 1,300. Queen is in the building. What's up? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Desert Raider, what's good? I feel like I'm missing people right now, but I'm probably not. But yeah. All right. So I'm going to pull up, excuse me. I'm going to pull up this draft simulator, this mock draft that I started to touch on. Like I said, I did make a trade already. Don't kill me for it. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You guys are probably going to eviscerate me with what I want to do right now. Again, I have somebody that I'm really high on right now, and I really want to see if we can do something to still have a really, really good draft out of that. I'm doing good, Queen. I'm hanging in there as best as I can. This has been another trying week, so I'm doing good though. Thank you. Bill Gates, Hammer, have you peeped Justin Russell's tape? Raiders interviewed him first today. I'm gonna look back at it when I get a chance, when I have some downtime this evening before we do the live. And if you come on in for that live tonight, just bring it back up, and we'll revisit and we'll talk about it. So, without any further ado, let me make sure I have the right one up. Let's share the screen real quickly. Are you kidding me? So this is the first time we're doing this since the new toy was purchased. So let's fix this real quick. Oh shit. Nope, I'm not doing that because it's showing that this shit is gonna have to restart. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Oh wait, I might be able to still do it. Chrome tab. They were really gonna get me to end my live right now. All right, so as you guys can see, I did fucking trade back, and I ended up. I'm trying to zoom in on this shit. I ended up with 35th overall and the 69th overall. So fucking the Jets kind of got greedy, but again, not really, because they have 4 picks overall in the first 40. So they still keep their 4 more or less, but we get the 35th. So this is what I did so far. I took Perrion Winfrey with that 35th pick. And now I'm up again. I just spoke about him. We need a third down back right now. Jalen Richard is a free agent. Regis, we don't really know what he can do just yet. And I think this would just definitely be definitely a leg up for us again. And we don't know about Drake right now. So I think Breece Hall could be that guy for us in the backfield as a third down back, and another one that could be out there on situational downs as well. So I'm going with Breece. Got offer a trade. I am not taking this. Where's my mouse? Reject. So at the 69th overall, I took a running back. I took a D tackle. Travis Jones is there. Travis Jones is there. I didn't take a receiver though. I'm gonna go with Jones, and then we're gonna see what we have on the board at receiver. Oh shit. No. Hold on, let's see the next one. No. 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 All right. Oh, see, perfect. I've talked about this guy, and this guy right now is my sleeper. We got a receiver, Christian Watson. We still have moves to make in free agency, and I think it makes sense if we go 4th round to draft a receiver then. We will have, whether it be in Devontae or someone else that can be a solidified X, we have that. We're good moving forward with that. We didn't take any corners yet. We have 2 D tackles. We have a running back. We have a receiver. This shit's not too bad right now. Of course, I don't have anything on them yet. Alante Taylor's up there. Another guy that I've been talking about for quite some time now, but I think I'm going to go with him. Guys, I will catch up to the chat once we finish this because I'm not on screen to see you guys right now. So now we got back-to-back picks at 164 and 165. Do we go the route of taking an offensive lineman for depth? Because again, this is another thing that we could be doing moving forward. Getting a free agent offensive lineman and then just having somebody in the draft as a backup, whether it being this late or even later. I might take this chance on a tight end as well in this round. Let's take a look. So I took a corner. Pretty much got a lot of the things that we needed so far. Only thing we didn't touch on was a linebacker. So let's revisit that real quickly. And I get back-to-back picks, so it's not bad. Of course, none of these are up now. I'll go back to all. I think I'm going to go the route of a tackle just to have, again, a depth piece. Actually, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat first. Only one, what's good? I'm definitely making sure my phone is fully charged for tonight. Appreciate you. I'm just making sure I'm caught up with you guys right now. OG is in here. What's good, brother? All right. Let's get back into this. Let me take a look. You know what? We got back-to-back picks. I'll take the chance, but I don't have a linebacker yet. I'm gonna take McLean out of Auburn. Do you pass on the tight end right now? I guess, you know what, for the time being, yeah. We'll see what else is up there towards the end because we got one more pick after this. Let's take a look. All right, 225. You got another linebacker out there. You got Josh Blackwell, was another guy that I've liked. Another guy that I would take. His potential is a 5th round. Long athletic. Or you know what? We go the route of 2 linebackers in this draft. Or do we take a safety? Because again, we don't know what the possibilities are moving forward with that. You know what? I'm gonna go linebacker. All right. So here you guys have it. With the trade that we did with the Jets, we got Perrion Winfrey. I took Brees Hall. Like I said, I'm very high on this kid right now. We got Travis Jones. We got our 2 D tackles. We got a receiver. Christian Watson is, I'm telling you guys right now, he is a sleeper right now, and I got no problem taking him as a receiver in the 4th round, especially if we make the right moves, excuse me, the right moves moving forward when it comes to the receivers in free agency. We took Cam Taylor-Britt, the corner out of Nebraska, Jacoby McLean out of Auburn, Braxton Jones, a lineman, a depth piece. Again, we are going to try to go the route of a solidified vet in free agency. And then we took Kanai Mauga. I actually want to save this and send this to the guys later on. They're probably going to eviscerate me for this shit, but it is what it is. So give me 1 second. I guarantee you, Wasted gives me a hard time about this. I could put any amount of money on it. He's gonna kill me for this. But yeah, let's get back into this, guys. I apologize. Stop screen. There we go. All right, let me catch up to you guys. If Thomas, what's good? When am I going to see the Raiders take Hammer for their first pick? Never. What up, Julio? Long time no see, bro. Hell yeah. I just saw you picked him. That boy is a dog. All right. So you know what? You guys got emojis and everything else on here. After seeing that draft just now, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. I ain't going to feel any type of way. I want to hear you. I want to see what you guys think about that draft. From Sicily, it is Frank. Ciao. What up, bro? Or actually, I don't know if y'all can do the emoji so quickly. All right. Well, there we go. There we go. Oh man, I'm still pissed the stream labs didn't work because everything looks so clean after I made the adjustments. Just the audio doesn't want to work. So I'm gonna we're going to revisit that and fix that at some point, because this was one of the shows where I wasn't going to have people come on. And of course, it had to just be terrible for me, but whatever. So a lot of you guys like that draft. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to the guys a little later on. I'm probably gonna get eviscerated in our group chat about that, but it is what it is. Sebastian says Streamlabs is trolling. They don't want to see me make it. I think that's what it is. They don't want to see me make it. um, we still have other things to talk about though. Like, we've only been on like a half hour, but I'm gonna try to hang out with you guys for a little bit. What happened to the locker room background? Josh, no green screen today. And I'm at a different angle. I didn't want to move everything around. Like, you guys saw the short live, the short Talk That Shit Tuesday we did yesterday, and I was at work. I was at work. I was on my break. I put everything together. I actually went upstairs to one of the floors and we did the live from there. I just took everything out the bag a little while ago and kind of put everything together, but didn't want to play daily mover right now. So I'm just leaving it like this for the time being. Aaron McDaniels likes to use running back screens a lot with the Pats. You think he'll carry that over to the Raiders and Jacobs? I think he could, because the one thing that Jacobs wanted to work on going into his sophomore year was being more of a pass catching running back. So I think utilized the right way, and with Josh McDaniels' knowledge and his experience with the running backs and the offense, the way he's been doing it for such a long time, I think he'll be able to work with Jacobs on that most definitely, and he could definitely make Jacobs more of a swing back. Most definitely. McDaniels likes Jacobs as a third down back, he said. It's not a good look then. We don't have Jalen Richard anymore. Kenyon Drake, we don't know if he's coming back or when he'll be able to return to the field for us. You got Trey Regis. We saw little things here and there during the preseason last year, but I don't know if that was enough. That's why I went with Breece Hall in this mock draft just now. After seeing his tape and seeing what he's capable of, I don't see why they don't go with a guy like him. But we'll see. I mean, I see 4 potential starters that would be better than any draft we've had recently. I'm so tempted to send it to the guys right now in the group chat just to see what the hell they said. Sony Michel, no. Especially after what I saw out of him in the Super Bowl. I don't think he's that guy anymore. Maybe it's a system. It could very well be the system, but I don't think that Michel will be the answer here. I've said it, and I've mentioned his name a couple of times since we brought in Josh McDaniels and the staff, but I'm not sure if Michel, he could be, again, maybe it was the system that he played in, but I'm not sure if he's that guy for us anymore. I don't know. I'm going to actually send this to these guys right now. I'm very, very curious to see what they have to say. I just sent it to him. This is going to be some funny shit. You know what? I think I could do it this way. And I also want to talk to you guys today about who we should cut and who we should keep. Because there's a lot of guys that we can cut right now for cap space, and it would definitely benefit us tremendously. But yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second as well, and how much money it will save us and what we can do. And one player that we have no choice but to keep, pretty much. Let me send this to these guys. Let's see. Oops. And go figure the laundry is done, but I'm not going to fucking move that right now. Hold on one second, guys. If I had somebody else in here, I'd let them hold it down while I move the stuff, but it's not happening at the moment. All right. Prefer James White at 30 to Sony Michel at 26. EC. Now I want to know why you would take the older guy over the younger guy. Like, I'm just saying to knock. I'm curious. I want to hear your insight on that. I still like Drake. We just didn't use him right. Maybe McDaniels can. Ed, my concern is he going to be back? Or are they going to do an injury settlement and let him go? That's why I went with what I did with Breece Hall as well, because I don't know it's very, very uncertain right now whether or not Drake comes back. Sony has bad knees. Pat's training staff found chronic knee issues in him. That's why we got rid of him. Oh, there you go. Y'all know he should be cut, but can't. Wait. Y'all know who we should cut, but can't? I do. The biggest bust since the 2019 draft, Cleve Farrell. So we will talk about that. Thor, come on, man. I got you. Anthony, he's a free agent, bro. There's no cutting. He's a free agent. He's not here anymore. So everybody's saying the same thing. Michelle's knees. Yeah, I'm not taking that chance, guys. I'm not taking that chance. I'm sorry. Here we go. We can get Barkley for $7 million. He could take over the Drake role. Him and Josh will be nice. Yeah, Drake also tore. Not Drake. I'm sorry. Barkley tore his ACL 2 years ago and couldn't stay on the field the entire season last year. I'm not going that route either. Nope. Buddha was good. I got a question. Does anybody know what channel is the Combine? It should be on the NFL Network. It's on the NFL Network every single year, but it starts tomorrow. For some reason, people thought it was today. The Combine starts tomorrow, guys. Thor, I was right, wasn't I? So, Anthony, I am no longer doing UFC content on this channel. We are strictly staying with Raiders content. 99.9% of you guys in here are Raider Nation. And it just doesn't make sense for me to do both. If I create another account, maybe. But again, that'll be starting from scratch, but I will not be doing it. And unfortunately, I'm working this weekend too. So, yeah. So, 2 mofos we should cut. 1 we won't, though. We're going to talk about it, bro. Give me 1 second. I think it was a freak accident. I had one when I played running back. He'll bounce back, but just needs to make sure he's 100% healthy when he does. He's 28. That's young enough to bounce back. I hope so. We don't have to give Barkley 30 carries a game. I'm still uncertain of him at this point in time. I hate Gronk, but can we get him in silver and black? So, Randy, that's a really good question. It's funny that you asked that. A couple of weeks ago, he was interviewed after Brady retired and everything, and they asked him if there was any other quarterback you could play for right now, who would it be? It ain't us. He actually would love to play alongside Joe Burrow because of what he has seen out of him. He said he watched him throughout college and saw what he's been doing since he's been in the league these last 2 years. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. You know, Uzoma is a free agent. They have a whole bunch of free agents over there in Cincy. I don't know how that would work, but not our problem either because they're not the Raiders. Hammer, y'all should go after James White. Dude is an Iron Man and a worker. He would crush it. Third down back for y'all. James White, I wouldn't mind bringing over. Again, this is going to be everything that these guys are going to look at things, look at the needs, and I definitely feel like we're going to end up with a couple other, we're going to end up with Patriot players coming over here as well, wanting to play for Josh McDaniels and playing under the GM and Ziegler. It would be nice to save money, but Drake is talented. Yeah, he really is. I watched a lot of Breece Hall at Iowa State here in Big 12 land. He ran over everybody. Speed, agility, strength, burst, durability. Only knock is pass pro. He never did it in college. EC, I noticed that when I was watching the game film. The tape that I was watching, I did notice that. I did not see him in pass protection, but more just carrying the ball and doing his thing. 603, what's good? What's up, Hammer? No Gronk and no Barkley. Fix that old line. Talk that shit, brother. Theo Riddick is a third down player. Theo Riddick is another dude that I'm just not. Didn't we have him? And then we didn't have him. I don't know if we're bringing him back. If we get Tyler Nevins running back out of San Jose, will he start? Hi, Key. Shout out to Key in the building. I've been watching your lives. I've been liking them. I haven't been able to get in the chat, but I've been liking them, showing that support. If you guys haven't, definitely check out Key in the building. She does a lot of the Philly-based sports, including the Eagles. She's got the Eagles, the Sixers, the Flyers, and the Phillies. So if you guys are on the East Coast and are fans of pretty much those teams minus the Eagles, definitely check out that channel at YouTube. It's Key in the building. Let's see. All right. So let's talk about this real quick. Philly Sports Talk is in here. Check them out on YouTube as well. They do a lot of collabs with Key in the building. Definitely check those guys out. Great show. Great work from all of them. Much appreciated, you guys. And thank you guys for continuing to support me. Definitely means a lot. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. We did talk about the mock draft tracker. We did talk about, we did our mock draft. I showed you guys who I'm kind of high on right now, and there have been time and time again where I've been high on players. Well, 2 times out of the last few, or 1 time out of the last 2, I was good. We got Jacobs. I wanted Javon Holland last year, but we got Merrick. Merrick is just as good, so I can't complain about that. But now we're going to talk about some guys that we should either cut or keep at this time. And we're going to go down the list. I'm going to tell you what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, or what would be right for us and what wouldn't be right for us. The one thing I will say before I even go into these lists of players, Ed Butt said, I really do like Breece Hall. In the right situation, he'll be a star. I'll tell you right now, I hope he comes here, but if he doesn't, I'm going to watch whatever team he plays for just to see how the kid does in the league. I've said it before. I love my Raiders, but there are players that are not playing for us that I admire, and I will watch them play and see what they're all about. So Breece is definitely going to be one of those guys if we don't get him. But yeah, so you guys know what it is in regards to cutting before June 1st and after June 1st, and how normally after June 1st we save a lot more cap than we do, or we save a lot more money than we would if we were to cut somebody like tomorrow. So we have a lot of guys. I have a couple on this list. Freddie Chavez, what up? I have a couple of guys on this list right now, and I have 2 of them on here that I've been talking about over and over and over again. Then I went back and said, I don't think one of them is going to be cut at this time because of the defense that we're running. But we all have players we love that don't play for us. Talk that shit, Josh. I've gone back and forth on this guy for the simple fact that we do have a new defense, and I feel the defense that he's played in these last 2 years, his numbers has just dropped significantly since leaving the Rams. And that guy I'm talking about right now is Corey Littleton. He's due $15.77 million this coming season. If he's traded right now, we take a fucking cap hit, dead money of $14.1 million, and we only save 1.76. If we cut him after the first, it's 4.02 in dead cap. We save $11.75 million. But that's the thing. Free agency starts in 14 days. Tampering period starts in 12 days. We got to have more money, especially if we're trying to make the moves we want to make. Granted, we haven't really heard much about the contract extension talks with Carr. And again, it wouldn't kick in until next year anyway, so I'm not really concerned about that. But I still think we need to free up some money here and there moving forward, for us to have more money to bring in more guys that actually want to play here now. We know with the Gruden regime, a lot of people steered clear of Vegas. People are going to want to come here now. The coaching staff that has been built, our front office has been built over this last month and a half. People are going to want to come here. Littleton, I'm very up in the air right now, whether they keep him or cut him. I say cut him, especially if it's saving $11 million, almost $12 million. I say we keep him. I say we cut him. Then you got Klee, and this is one we can't get rid of, guys. No matter what the scenario is, we cut him, we're fucked. It's a dead cap hit of what his salary is. He's owed $9.98 million this year. If we cut him, he gets to stay at home and get paid that fucking money. We can trade him. If we trade him, it saves $4.7 million. If we trade him, it saves us, but we still, it's all over the place. Klee is going to stay another year, though, and I don't see him getting a 5th-year option. I don't see that happening. Can't believe Gronk would pick Cincy over Vegas. He's such a party boy. Yep, he definitely is. The only thing that made Corey so good was because of the Rams D line. He didn't have to cover for Yeah, but you know what's funny? His numbers fucking drop. Like his numbers dipped significantly. And dude was one of those linebackers that would create turnovers. He had like 2-3 interceptions on average a year when he was with the Rams. It was the defense. It was the defense that he was playing with. It was Wade Phillips as his D coordinator that had him be successful at the linebacker position with the Rams. But man, we don't have any D linemen. Julio, that's why I looked at that's why with the draft, I'm looking at 2 D tackles right off the bat. And you know, we just recently signed Andrew Billings the other day, the former Cincy kind of journeyman product. I got no problem with that. We need depth at the defensive tackle position right now. And I think the way that we're going to build that is through the draft. If we can trade him, no one wants him. Thor, you're absolutely right. Corey gave up the bomb to Gronk in that Pats Rams Super Bowl game that put him out of reach. We can use Klee as a trade piece. Yeah, Josh, use him as a trade piece. Man. It saves us money, but we still have to pay some of it. It saves us 4.7, but we have to cover the 5.21 remaining. So that's the issue right there. Carl Nassib. I really like what he can do. His PFF grade has been consistent throughout his entire career. He's a situational guy. He's earned his money. He's doing his thing when he's out there. But he's another one. He's owed $9.65 million this year. If we cut him before the first, it's a $6.61 million dead cap. It saves us $3 million. After June 1st, it's a 1.65 dead. It saves us $8 million. But he's a piece right now on the line that we have. So I don't know if I want to fuck with that right now. Keep Carl as a depth piece. I would keep him. I absolutely would keep him. We move on to another linebacker that none of us can fucking stand right now. Clean, let him know. Let him know. Another linebacker that we can't fucking stand on this team anymore that we all feel needs to go is Nick Kwiatkowski. He is owed $8.3 million this coming year. If we cut him before June 1st, it's a $5.5 million dead cap. It saves us 3.24. If we cut him after, it's a 1.25 dead cap hit. It saves us $7 million. Quit. You're going to be gone, dude. I'm sorry, but you're not doing enough. You weren't doing enough. You're not going to do enough while you're here. It's not an insult, buddy. It's just a fact of life. You're going to be gone. Denzel Good. This is a good one because regardless, we're not going to fucking get hit with anything. He's owed $4.18 million this year. If we cut him before June 1st, we don't get hit with shit, and it saves us 4.18. He came off the ACL injury, the season opening ACL injury. Jers was damn. What the fuck, Jers? Long time no see. What's good? Good had the ACL injury. I don't see him being here, especially if it's going to save us. It's going to save us a little over $4 million in cap space. I say we cut him tomorrow. If we could, we cut him tomorrow. And then last but not least, Amik Robertson, he's owed $1.1 million. Call it what it is, $1 million. If we cut him before June 1st, it's a $247,000 cap hit, which saves us $771,000. If we cut him after, it's $124,000 dead money. It saves us $895,000. Either way, you're saving some money, so I don't see him being here either. Yeah, it's definitely been a long time, bro. Hope everything's well. Pay cut for Denzel. If we don't land Morgan Moses, he's our best option outside of EC. He's making $4 million. What are we going to reduce it down to? $1 million? Max, what's good? I don't know, man. Those are the guys that we're looking at. Littleton, I think that we do cut him after June 1st just for the money. definitely saves a lot. Dirty Low was good. I definitely think that's going to save a lot of cap space. Kwiatkowski, absolutely. You can go. You're going to save us $7 million. But again, these are all going to be moves that happen after June 1st in order for us to save that type of money. And you're looking at us saving $19 million with those two cap casualties alone. Bernard, what's good? Nonstop, what's good? Do we hold him this season and see how good he does? If you're talking about good, I don't see that happening. Yeah, we need depth for our D-backs. I can't stand to see Desmond out there. Then someone call Arnett for a hit on him. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord, here we go. I think the guys responded in the group chat. I'm probably getting eviscerated for this shit. Oh, no. Wasted is going to be live at 6:30, y'all. So definitely check him out. It's 4 o'clock now on the East Coast, so he'll be on in 2.5 hours. And again, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Y'all wanted it. Y'all enjoyed it last weekend. It's going to become a weekly thing, and we're starting it tonight on my show. We're starting it in Hammers' house. The Four Horsemen, me, Andy, Docs, Wasted. You guys do not want to miss it. Definitely pull up. Everything's already set. You guys already saw the promotion all over social media. It's on the Facebook group pages. It is on Twitter. It is on IG. So definitely check us out. Number 1, 2, 3. I look hammered. Dude, I'm sober as hell. I didn't sleep. I didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock this morning because little man decided he wants to turn up all night long now. Black Tide, appreciate you. He's okay, but I don't know what it was last night. He was turned all the way up. And I did not go to bed until about 6 o'clock this morning, but he's good right now. Black Tide, I don't know what happened, nor whatever. Hopefully Kuntz is utilized this season. I think he will be. Bulldog, 3 Musketeers last night, 4 Horsemen tonight. Sounds good. Well, we started one a couple of weeks ago with me, Docs, and Wasted. That one is the 3 Kings. So I guess that one, the one last night could have been the 3 Amigos. I like that one better. Bro must have got the JC Jackson, the Adams free agency, and all that. Okay, so Raid replied to the mock draft, and he said he wants to burn his fucking eyes. So shout out to Raid the Tape on that one. Wait, Anthony, what about DC? What about DC? Oh man. What about DC? Yeah, he said he wanted to start it up. Like I told him I was at work, and I don't know. I think the chat or the live ended like abruptly or something. Like I was gonna pull up when I got out of work, but it's for the 4 of us, so we're gonna keep promoting it however we can. Like I said it, like this is a Raider Nation faction that y'all are not going to be able to fuck with. And a lot of people are going to start hating on us because of what we're doing and what we're bringing to the table moving forward. So it's all good. I'm big on Beavers from Cincinnati, a linebacker in the 3rd round. Would you guys love all black uni with the black helmets? You know that's not going to happen. Mark Davis isn't going to change any of the stuff that he's not going to change our uniforms. Our uniforms have been there forever. What I am disappointed in is New Era came out with these new NFL hats, and they have 31 of 32 teams. They don't have ours. And those hats look fucking dope. I really want to see if they come out with one for us. I will cop that shit in a heartbeat. As much as I love this hat. This is my new favorite hat now. I think I'm going to do the Hammers. I'm going to do one with my logo. It's not going to be blacked out like that, but I'm going to do it fitted with the logo on it. I was saying if DC does great his first year with McDaniels, then we could give him an extent. No, we're not gonna go through that because that's just gonna let him have a great year next year and he's playing on the final year of his contract. That's gonna fucking boost his value even more. We can't have that because then he'll be in the asking price of like 50+ million, like shit that Aaron Rodgers is looking to get now. No, we're not having him play out this contract to then talk extension. No. Nope. Then I hope that the Raider hat comes out because I saw the other teams and I'm like, yo, this concept is dope. I loved how they got the logo on it front and center, but that shit is fucking they don't have us. I'm like, what the fuck? Hammer, who would your number one realistic free agent target be? Devontae Adams. And what is today? Today's the second. So 6 days from now, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to make his decision moving forward, whether he's returning to Green Bay, whether he's going to request a trade or retire. And apparently, from what the reports are now, he's asking for a lot of money. So we shall see how that pans out. The Packers didn't franchise tag Devontae Adams, which they said. The GM said that he doesn't like to franchise tag players. I told you guys this for the longest time. Green Bay hadn't franchise tagged a player since 2010 that he was going to fucking walk. Now it's just a matter of time and the new league season starting and seeing what can be done. If we bring him here, I'm going to be good. If we get Devontae Adams here, yes, DC will sign for an affordable contract. He will take that pay cut. Phil, what's good, brother? Yeah, I got an all-white hat with the blacked out shield, and I wanted to get the green one, but they didn't have any. Yo, this one was very, very difficult to find. I had to Google search all over the place for it and find it in my size. I'm glad I was able to get it. I love this hat. All right, so Queen, that's a great question. Matt, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. He's 29. He's 29 years old. You know what's funny? Andy Reid was interviewed yesterday, and the GM of the Chargers was interviewed yesterday, and they were asking about the hiring of us having Ziegler and McDaniels, as the four of those guys all went to the same school. They weren't all there at the same time, but they had nothing but great things to say. But also, it makes the AFC more competitive, and that's what they're in this business for. That's what they're in the league for, is competition. So shout out to them for the praise. I'm definitely looking forward to the divisional matchups this year because we definitely have a better product already, even though we haven't gone through free agency in the draft. But we have a competent coaching staff, an excellent coaching staff in front office that are going to make the right decisions moving forward for this team. Best believe that shit. Most likely Vegas is going to get Adams. I really hope those two prove me wrong, not constantly throwing to Adams. Nah, if you guys notice, with every new coach that DC gets, every third year in that system, Carr balls out. Don't believe me? Check the stats with each coach. So I'm not expecting a lot in the first year. Justin, what's good? I'm expecting him to have another solid year, but he's got to work on the fucking turnovers, man. He finished as a top 10 quarterback for the second consecutive year. He finished fifth in passing yards this past season. He's just got to clean up the turnovers and stop forcing balls that don't need to be in the spots that he's throwing. Pause. Give me 1 second. I see you putting in work on IG, Justin. I don't know if I was supposed to read that out loud, but I'm going to highlight it anyways. We got 68 in the chat. I haven't even opened up to see because I didn't set anything up like I normally set it up. I didn't add tags, nothing. This is probably one of the lowest ones we've had so far with people in here, but appreciate y'all. First timers in here, don't let it be a last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders updates, news, live streams, and reactions right here in the original house, the only house, Hammers.House. You can't fix the butterfingers. You need to put some chalk on the fingers. Oh, God. So many of the interceptions were incidental. It was the fumbles that he had major issues with. We need to work on the O-line, and he needs to work further on his pocket awareness. A lot of those interceptions, though, were forced as well. He admitted And we saw this in a press conference. He's admitted to forcing balls in spots he shouldn't be throwing them to. And right away, there's picks. The fumbles, he absolutely has to clean up. He has to learn the concept of ball security. I think McDaniels sees a lot in him that he's going to be able to tweak and get him to be not a top 10 anymore, but within that top 5. As long as he does what McDaniels is telling him to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lunchable Stacking Capri Sun killing SC experience. What's good, bro? Casual the pick sixes were all stare down the whole way. Watch the tape. There you go. The fumbles is always just when he runs, I get scared. I'm like, is he going to fucking fumble it now? Again, I'm not a car hater. It's just things that you see over and over and over again. Snoop a loop. What up, Snoops? Yeah, the fumbles are a pain in the ass, man. They really are. Absolutely are. Let me check something right now because I think, let's see. Oh, yeah, we are full. All right, cool. Y'all got jokes. I definitely got to clean that up when I finish that because I think people are looking at the other live that got kicked. Wait a sec. Queen did a mock draft? Queen did a mock draft? Nah, I muted it, but we're good. We're good. That's dope. That's dope. Mhm. Wait, was this dude on the live and fell asleep? That's dope. That's some funny shit. Oh man. I don't know why I still have this up. Hold up. Let me fix that. There we go. All right. We've been on for, damn, it actually has been an hour and we covered all that stuff. So I can't even complain. We got a lot done today. We had a lot to talk about and a lot of things that hopefully happens besides Devontae Adams coming to the dark side and Carr taking a subsequent pay cut. What's your biggest hope for the Raiders this coming off season, player acquisition wise? That we get a solidified veteran offensive lineman, preferably a tackle, preferably Morgan Moses in free agency. That maybe if we still have money, that we are able to get JC Jackson or even Stephon Gilmore, because now the talks are Stephon Gilmore is all of a sudden rising out of this conversation as a guy that we could potentially get. So I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I'm just double checking some stuff, but I think we're good. All right. So yeah, we've been on for an hour. We definitely covered a lot. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that came on in, and I apologize for the hiccup again with Streamlabs until I get that shit fully tweaked. I'm probably not going to touch it again until I know everything is completely fixed. Hammer, I joined late. Did you have any thoughts on McDaniels presser? I didn't hear the presser. Give me 1 second. We're going to try something real quick. Hold on. Crazy is I didn't even get the alert for it. So let's see something real quickly. I'm trying to see if I have it, if I see anything on it right now, but so this is like 1 minute and 48 seconds. Was that really how long it was? You know what? If somebody I don't know, man. I'm debating. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at it, I guess, when I get a chance, because everybody's been talking about it. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but there is a video right now up. This is, let me see something. Trying to find it now to see exactly what it is. No, the press conference 14 minutes long. You know what? We got time. Let's play this shit live. I can't get hit for it anyways. I didn't even set up monetization or anything on this. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let me know you guys can hear it.
Hello, world. I see him as a guy who played a lot of football. There's a lot to evaluate. Playing as many games as he did as a rookie, there's good and there's bad. But when you're that young, you look at it as what can we
What up, Jose?
what can we work with? What can we fix? There's a lot to do in that process. I've already spoken to him. That process is underway. And I think what we'll end up doing is whatever's best for the Raiders. He's shown the ability to play, in both spots. More guard last year than tackle, but we see him being a contributor. We see him being a guy that we're really excited to work with. We're going to try to get the most out of him. No specific things relative to extending that at this point, but that doesn't mean that's not going to change. We are aware of where we're at on that in that process. I think we're just trying to get everything kind of set now in the building. Our staff is obviously, this has been a big chunk of this first 3 or 4 weeks, is trying to put the right people in place here. I've met and spoken to Derek a number of times now, just trying to begin our relationship. I think it's really an important one. The head coach, the play caller, the quarterback, getting to know one another as people, kind of how we think, how we work. The football part of that will come later, which I think is also an important part of the puzzle. But really happy with the opportunity that I've had to get to know him. He's there, he's there in Nevada. He stays there in Nevada. So we're aware of where things are. And again, as I said, when I was introduced, I'm really looking forward to working with him. He's won a lot of games. I feel good about what we can do with Derek as our quarterback. Kind of a mixture, as much as we could. I think part of putting together a staff is the continuity and chemistry that the group on either side of the ball will have with one another. And so I think personalities are important, experience is important, youthful ideas and things like that are important, and room for growth. I think we try to consider all of those things as we try to put it together. and then not least of which is the opportunity to get them. And so your familiarity with people is important as you try to put together a staff. But you're certainly not going to have working knowledge of everybody that you hire. And so the biggest word we continue to use is patience. We feel like that's a virtue in this process in terms of trying to put together the right group of people to work together. And I think we're well on our way to doing that. I don't think so. I mean, we've talked about this a lot. Anymore in today's NFL, 80 to 85% of your defense is in nickel or dime.
What up, Dirty?
And so the concept of being a 4-3 or 3-4 is kind of almost it's kind of almost out of the window now. What we want to do is we want to try to be able to play to the strengths of the players that are on our roster. We know we have some really good players that played in a 4-man line last year. We're going to try to accentuate their strengths. And at the same time, we want to be multiple enough to be able to change some things from week to week if we need to or feel like we have to try to give us the best chance to stop the opponent. So, there'll be a level of multiplicity that hopefully we can grow and graduate to. But the biggest thing for us is try to make our players successful by putting them in great positions. Absolutely. Everybody, I have great respect for Bill and that process, and spoke to him directly multiple times about any interest that I had in people that were there. And I'll keep those conversations private, but never want to do the wrong things relative to those things. Obviously, feel very fortunate that I had an opportunity to add a few people that I've worked with before, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. But yeah, just try to do the right things relative to communicating, with him or any other coach for that matter, if you're interested in somebody that works in their organization. Yeah. You need to be able to look at the whole year as an opportunity to improve your team. It's not just small windows in March or April. There's opportunities, in pro free agency. There's opportunities in the draft. There's opportunities after the draft. Players that didn't get drafted. There's opportunities that are going to present themselves later on in the spring, the summer, all the way through the course of the season, the trade deadline. So, being patient and trying to develop your roster over time and taking a longer term approach to it is something that we're going to try to do. We know we have areas where we got to address them at some point, whether that's a frontline player or depth. But we're no different than any other team at this point in time. We have players that we feel pretty good about and spots on our team that we have a little bit more depth. And then there's other areas certainly of need that we need to address. I think you can factor that in, and the level of competition certainly is one of the factors you can consider. But I think the evaluation of the player is rather large. There's a lot of things to consider. And honestly, there's certain players that may have a level of experience against competition that's significant. But every one of these guys that's coming out in the draft that you're adding to your football team are going to need to grow and improve.
Raider Ross, what's good?
Level, regardless of where they played college football. So, we're just going to try to sink our teeth into each guy, each opportunity to learn about them and digest that information as best we can, and then make the best decisions we can possible. I'd say rather significant. Having the opportunity to come with Dave, I would say knowing more about what to expect. I don't think there's been many days where I've been shocked or surprised at this point, or learning brand new things to me at this point is a little different than what I was, 13 years ago. And just, I'm at peace with the things that wake up in the morning, really trust the people that are in positions to do their jobs really well, and try to be the best support system I can be to them while I'm trying to do the best I can at my job. So rather different, I would say rather significant. Nick's a really good coach. I was fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of those guys there for a long time. They're a big reason why we had success. But Nick's players are always well prepared. He's a really good teacher. He's a motivator. You never have to ask him to work harder or longer because he always does everything he can to help the team win. I think Nick has a bright future ahead of him. I don't know necessarily about the roles and everything. I don't want to comment on somebody else's, situation, but really, really fond of Nick. Think a lot of Nick. He's got a bright future as a coach. I think you do them both at the same time. We'll try to teach our foundation and our terminology so that we understand the language. I think everything starts with what language are you going to speak, and we'll teach everyone that together in the spring and or whenever we get that opportunity. But once we know the language and we're able to talk it together, I think really the next thing we do is start putting things out there and trying them, and figuring out what your players do well, what do they handle the best. And then if they do some things well and you add to it, if they do some things that you don't feel like we can make better, then maybe we move away from it. But each year to me is really similar in terms of the approach overall. I don't think I've ever had one year copy the next, as we've gone through my coaching career. Just try to evaluate the team that you're going to put together this year and see what they all do well together, and then try to do it as many times as you can. Understanding there's going to be challenges and obstacles as we go forward, but that's going to be the plan as we head into the spring here. It really wasn't about that. I don't think it was really, to me, this was just an opportunity that I felt like I couldn't pass up. I've waited a long time to try to have an opportunity to do this. Wanted to really try to, improve and take whatever time necessary I needed to try to do it really well as best I could. And I felt like I've done that. And I don't think they really owed that to me. They've done I can't even tell you how much they've done for me in my career, my life, my family. So what they've done for me and the opportunities that they've given me and what they've rewarded me with personally and professionally, there was no need to do anything like that. This is really a decision about what was best for me at this time and the challenge that I can take on here in Vegas. And I'm excited to do that. Mac's a great kid. I don't know the situation, what's is or isn't going on anywhere else, but Mac's a great kid. Works extremely hard. I was really fortunate to have a chance to coach him. And the people that had touched Mac Jones prior to him coming to New England, deserve a tremendous amount of credit. The people that coached him in high school, the people that coached him, at Alabama, the parents that raised them. They did a great job with him as a human being, and I'm not sure I've been around a more mature young football player in terms of understanding the game and and being able to process at such a speed and such a level that Mac was. So I don't have any doubt that Mac's going to meet the challenge head on. I wish him nothing but the best, and I'll be pulling for him, except
when he's playing us. Dirty was good.
I think there's a lot of benefits to this game for us. The number one thing is really to have an opportunity to be with our players and to get them in there and really try to take our time and go through the process of building our football team and our foundation this summer together. Have a couple extra days to do that. I know it doesn't sound like much, but to us, I think it's a great opportunity, especially as we're starting this year together. And to be able to go there back home, in Canton, Ohio. I've been in the NFL. It's my 22nd year, and I've never had the privilege of coaching in that game. So very lucky to have that opportunity to go back home and to put our football team in that position to try to learn and grow early in camp and to go out there and play the exhibition game there. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think our organization will too. Thank you.
All right. So we all got to hear the presser for those that didn't hear it. Bro, he had a lot of great things to say, and SC, he couldn't have put it better, man. We know what he's saying is genuine, and the shit isn't scripted. And now what I said about Josh McDaniels a while back, I put a post up about it too, if I remember correctly. You learn through experience, you learn from your mistakes. His mistakes were years ago. He went back to New England, made himself better as a coach. Not saying that he wasn't already a good coach, but he developed more. He learned from his mistakes. Opportunity was presented. He's taken advantage of it. He built a great coaching staff around him moving forward. For us, we have great front office in Champ Kelly and Dave Ziegler. Things can only look up from here. I said the day of the hiring just proved me wrong. I'm looking forward to seeing what this new regime and this new era presents to us starting March 16th with free agency. We'll see what moves are going to be made moving forward. We'll see what happens with DC and this contract extension. And we are still about 8 weeks away, a little under 8 weeks out from the draft. It's a lot to get done. We still will have a lot to talk about. We've said this time and time again, just because the offseason's here doesn't mean we're not going to have a lot of shit to talk about. And right now we do. The combine starts tomorrow. I'm extremely excited for the combine to see pretty much after the combine is done and over with exactly where these players by positions will be ranked. We have a lot of people that we're high on right now, a lot of guys that we would love to have in this organization. We got to build that defense. We need a receiver. I want the receiver in free agency first and foremost. Devontae, please, please, please come to the dark side. I really like that he was up front with errors and mistakes of the past. That's how you grow as a person. That's a fucking fact. He was a good coach in Denver, but was a dick as a person because he tried to be something that he wasn't, and he learned from that. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, just don't get caught. Wasn't that the episode of South Park? Big difference in abilities, temperament, and mindset between 34 and 45. That is a fact. That is a fact. Guys, I'm going to wrap up. Wasted is going to be on in 2 hours. Definitely jump on in for that. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll all be together, the Four Horsemen, myself, Andy, Docs, and Wasted. You guys are not going to want to miss that. It will be done in Hammers.House. The link is in the IG story, and the link is also on Twitter. If you guys haven't followed either one of those, IG is in the top left corner of the overlay, Hammers.House. Twitter, Hammers_House. Those that are on Facebook as well, just search Hammers.House Podcast. That is the group page for the channel. Definitely make sure to follow and continue to support. We just hit 2,100 the other day. I think we're at 2,120. First timers in here, don't let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders news, updates, live streams, and reactions right here in the original house, the only house, Hammers.House. Guys, I thank you for hanging out with me. We've been doing this for a little over an hour today. I look forward to seeing you guys back on in here tonight. Tell the rest of Raider Nation, spread the word about this live tonight. Make sure that they come on in and sub to the channel as well. Again, the only way this channel grows is with each and every single one of you guys. I appreciate you guys for hanging on out with me for the last hour. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is still around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. See you guys in a few hours.
Are you not entertained?
It's time!
I feel like the grass is green, and everything I do is unseen. But I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. Do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are? Bitches out here be shameless, and I really wonder where their parents are. Look around, everything changes. It feels like I've been buried alive.